Hello and welcome to the Album Man, and well, I'm sorry I haven't posted a video for I think about a week now, but just have not had a chance. So yeah, this is going to be the extremely late continuation of my top 50 albums of all time series, and this is going to be 10 to 1. So at number 10 we have Metallica's Black Album. In my opinion, I do think this is Metallica's masterpiece. Things like Enter Sandman, Sad But True, The Unforgiven, Nothing Else Matters, The Struggle Within, The God That Fell, it's full of such solid tracks. Yes, it's more commercialised Metallica than things like Master of Puppets and Kill 'Em All and Ride the Lightning, but, I don't care. I just think it's got such good songs, and that's what matters. I think it's just such a strong album. Okay, at number 9, we have Lynyrd Skynyrd's album, but not one of the ones that is, usually classified as a classic. This is their 2009 effort, which is God and Guns, with, their current vocalist, who is the younger brother of, the great, oh god, what's his name now? Is it Ronnie Van Zant? I think it was, yeah. Yeah, I may well be wrong there. Sorry if I am. But, yeah, this has such classics: Still Unbroken, Simple Man, Southern Ways, Skynydd Nation, That Ain't My America, God and Guns. It certainly shows their interesting Southern political viewpoints. I can't say I agree with most of them, especially in God and Guns. But I just think every chorus is just wonderful. The guitar's great. It's just strong melodic album. Really, there's nowhere you can complain about it. Classic hard rock album. At number 8 we have, well, probably another one like All the Right Reasons that will be absolutely hated on, but I can't help but like it. It is The Black Parade by My Chemical Romance. And I do like to have a bit of a moan at this type of style and of music and these type of bands on Kerrang that are just a load of rubbish, but I just can't deny it. This is such a good album. This Is How I Disappear, Welcome to the Black Parade, I Don't Love You, Mama, Teenagers. They're just such strong songs, such great vocals by Gerard Way on this album. Absolutely love it. It's one of those, I just love it, yeah, it's not one that I'm exactly proud of loving, but I can't help it. I am a My Chemical Romance fan up to Danger Days, which I did a review of that, and I think I gave it a 2 or 3 out of 10. I did not like that album, but I think the older stuff is really good. Okay, now let's see, at number 7, we have the only album so far I've ever given a perfect 10, and that is The Sound of Madness by Shinedown. Such a classic album. Sin with a Grin, What a Shame, Cyanide, Sweet Tooth, Suicide, The Crow and the Butterfly, Second Chance. This is just melodic rock, really, at its absolute finest and peak. The songs, choruses are just phenomenal. It's just, it's undescribably amazing. I've done a full review of this, and I just love everything. This is the deluxe edition, which really is a definitive version of this album at the moment. Okay, and then let's see, 10, 9, 8, 7, so this is at number, let's see, yeah, okay, so this is at number 6, and at number 6, this, it is 2 albums, but it only counts as one, really, and that is the Use Your Illusions by Guns N' Roses, 1 and 2. And I can't count these as separate albums. They are really meant to be a double album that was just shipped separately so they can make more money. So Geffen, could make more money, and they did, because everyone bought both. And I mean, yeah, if you put these albums together, you've got November Rain, you've got Live and Let Die, you've got The Garden, let's see on here, Civil War, 14 Years, Pretty Tied Up, Estranged, Don't Cry, You Could Be. It's just classic. Yes, it's more commercial than Appetite for Destruction, but it's just amazing. absolutely amazing two albums, and I just love every track on them. Except for My World on Use Your Illusion 2. That's just a messed up track, but I don't really count that. Okay, at number 5, we have one of the most classic and definitive, well, not definitive, but one of the most classic and well recognised album covers of all time. And classic, one of the best, well, I think the best selling album of all time, which is Dark Side of the Moon by Pink Floyd. I mean, anyone who doesn't know this album or hasn't heard it is just, clearly is not a music fan. There's not much to say, it's one of those albums, it is a concept album, you listen to it as a whole. Yes, it does have exceptional songs like Time and Money and A Great Gig in the Sky, and this is the Experience Edition 2011 with the live disc, which I think the live version of this, I will say that the live version is my 5th favourite album of all time. Because personally, I prefer the live version. I think a lot of people would disagree with me, but I just love the live version, and the Experience Edition, unless you can afford the Immersion Edition, is the way to go. So, at number 4, we have my favourite Dream Theater album of all time, which is Metropolis Part 2 Scenes from a Memory. I think it really is Dream Theater's absolute masterpiece. It has, Home, The Dance of Eternity. I mean, what a song that is. The Spirit Carries On, Finally Free. I could just list every track on this album because it's probably the most full concept album ever. I do love a good concept album. It's even split into 2 acts. It's split into scenes even. It's one of those best advised to, if you're going to listen to this as a whole album, which you shouldn't listen to it song by song. That's just, things like Home does stand up as a song by itself, and all of them do, but as a concept, that's where the magic happens. And I think it's good to follow the lyric booklet along with this one, because in the lyrics, they actually split it up into each sort of certain verses and things are said by different characters, as it's effectively a play, really, in music. And it follows on from their song from Images and Words, Metropolis Part 1, and this is the sequel, and they did a whole album for it, and yeah, I think it's their best album. I think it's just phenomenal. Okay, at number 3, I have the greatest heavy metal album of all time. I think anyone who disagrees, it is Heaven and Hell by Black Sabbath. And I do prefer Dio Sabbath to Ozzy any day. Dio is the greatest vocalist of all time. I do like Ozzy, but you just can't beat Dio. Neon Night, Children of the Sea, Heaven and Hell. It's 8 songs, it is short and sweet. It's just, they didn't try and pad it out with any filler, it's just 8 classic songs. If this was a greatest hits, it could be, it's that good. It's what you'd want, as a heavy metal album. It is just the epitome of heavy metal. It has, great sort of ballads like Children of the Sea is, certainly a lot softer than the, huge riff-driven songs like Heaven and Hell. It's just wonderful. Now, I don't have a number 2 because I have joint first favourite albums. Now, these are 2 albums that I just genuinely cannot split whatsoever. And yeah, it's a bit corny to have, joint favourite albums of all time, but I just can't split them. And that is the most famous album from my favourite band of all time, which is Appetite for Destruction by Guns N' Roses. What do I need to say about this album, especially as I'm going to be reviewing it, and that'll probably be out the same day as this. Sweet Child of Mine, Paradise City, Rocket Queen. It's a classic album. What do I need to say? And Pink Floyd's best album, in my opinion, which is The Wall. Yeah, what do I have to say? Comfortably Numb, One Like Hell, Another Brick in the Wall, Part 1, 2 and 3. And I think the live version, is anybody out there, it's the definitive. There's just the studio version, yeah, obviously it's phenomenal. But this is the, The Wall live, 1980 to 81 even. Yeah, it's what you want, including MC Atmos, who is great. Yeah, so that really concludes, these 2 albums conclude my top 50 albums of all time. I hope you've enjoyed this series, and I'll probably be doing, updates to this, maybe, well, not for quite a long time. I'm not gonna do another one like next week, but yeah, I may do another one in a couple of years to, because my list does change quite frequently. So yeah, thanks for watching, comment, rate, subscribe, and I hope you enjoyed, and watch my Guns N' Roses discography is going for Appetite for Destruction, and that's going to be up very soon after this one, so bye.